It's been a long time coming, with the Act dating back to 2007. It really is an Act of two parts. On government housing, it aims to modernise the legislation to allow for modern relationships. Tenants are entitled to stay at home with a spouse, a civil partner, and with the partner with whom they have a child in common. The Act strengthens the powers of the housing officer, who will be able to evict tenants who have not complied with residency agreements or restoration orders with 30 days' notice. Property left in the home 21 days after the termination will be confiscated by the government. The principal housing officer will also be able to impose an administrative penalty of up to £1,000 if a vacated property is deemed to have been neglected. Tenancy for public housing will end when the tenant dies, although a preferred successor may be nominated and will have preference if entitled to housing. Changes to the Act also specify a tenant's recourse and grounds to appeal. The second half of the Act deals with private rents. The legislation broadens the scope of properties captured by the rent regime to include those built between 1945 and 1959. It also allows for discretionary phasing of rent increases to be determined by the rent assessor. It increases the residency period required for inheritance provisions, and it includes some amendments to tenants' maintenance responsibilities. This section of the bill also allows for the housing minister or any appointed rent assessor by way of regulation to be able to prescribe fees to be charged by whom and to whom.